New details today in the search for a missing Georgia couple. Investigators have recovered the couple's vehicle and also two bodies that the coroner has not yet identified.
Elrey and June Runion vanished last week during a road trip. They were going out to check a vintage car they had seen advertised on Craigslist. We're joined now by 48 Hours Crimesider reporter Michelle Sigona in Washington, D.C. So, Michelle, what are you learning about what happened to this couple?
I spoke with the chief deputy, Jimmy Johnson is his name, from the Telfair County Sheriff's Office just a short time ago. And he said that when the couple was reported missing, they ultimately, in their area, which is about 3 hours from where the couple had lived, they really sent out search teams, and it was search teams that came across these two bodies. And then he said he wouldn't really classify it as a short distance, but he said within the area. That is where the 2003 Envoy that the couple was driving was found in a lake. It was submerged in water. And then they really started putting a lot of the investigative beats together prior to finding these bodies. And that's what led them to 28-year-old Rodney Adrian J. Towns. He goes by the name of Jay. And they have formally charged him right now, before these bodies were found, with giving false statements to investigators and criminal attempt to commit theft by deception. So that's where we are at the beginning of this case at this point.
As far as the autopsy goes, when do we expect to hear anything more about the cause of death?
You know, I reached out to the coroner's office, and the coroner was out when I did call. And then when I spoke with the chief deputy, he said that he has not received word yet today. We're not sure. I would imagine it would definitely be probably sometime this week. And he said as soon as their office is notified, then of course they will make that notification out to the public. He said he's got a lot of people calling and a lot of media inquiries coming in. So everyone's sort of waiting for that official confirmation at this point.
Michelle, with something like Craigslist, obviously there's an electronic sort of map, you know, that leads back to the communication between this couple and whomever they were supposed to meet. Certainly police have contacted this media website, correct?
You know, it just really depends. It could go, if you sign up for a Craigslist ad, you know, most of the time you have an account. And through that account, you receive notifications in your email. And so it would be very easy for investigators to be able to, for instance, access their email, especially with the children reporting their parents missing, and being able to go into the email to see who they had contact with and sort of make their way back from that point. I'm not saying that that's what they did, but, you know, in most cases when you're dealing with Craigslist, that's how you can identify people. And then moving forward with the different email addresses and the phone numbers and figuring out where they're going. Now, this couple did place an ad on Craigslist looking for a very specific 1966 Ford Mustang. And what I can tell you is that Mr. Towns, you know, did reach out to them. This is what I've learned from investigators, and said that he had this vehicle. So I asked the chief deputy, I said, well, did he really own this vehicle? And he said, from what we've learned so far, it does not appear that he had this vehicle. And where the bodies were found, again, not positively identified, and where the vehicle was found is in very close relation to where Mr. Towns lives.
All right, Michelle Sigona, great reporting. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Have a good day.
To follow updates, by the way, on this investigation and for more crime stories, just head to cbsnews.com/crimesider.